Okay, now we're out to the fields near Hurstville. Check out the flooded areas. I don't know if you can see some of the sticks floating out there. They're actually floating to the road, away from the river. Now we're walking west. The highway is actually beyond where you can see that truck up there moving to. Now we were just here not more than half an hour ago, and the water is coming up over the road, whereas half an hour ago it was not. That's how fast the river is rising. This is looking up towards Hurstville. Okay, the interpretive center you see in the foreground. Okay, that's actually a pond, but the pond level has risen. All the water you see is going underneath the road, across, and then pumping into the pond. Like I said, this water was not across the road a half an hour ago. I'm actually standing in water right now. This road is going to get closed down any time now. Once the road gets compromised and it's closed down, tomorrow the road is supposed to rest. It's still going to keep going up until tomorrow. They're expecting the river to rise at least another 2 feet. Coming up real fast. We'll go up towards Hurstville. We're looking at towards Hurstville right now. We'll drive up there. You can see the cars going through the water up there. They're going to be shutting this all down real quick. Park at and go slow through the water up in front of me. The water is actually going to be close to Okay, this is a section of road looking back in the opposite direction from where we came. I have the interpretive center off to my right, and you can see the water going over the road. As I said, this has just happened within the last half hour. You can see the erosion that's taking place. It's washing away all the gravel next to the roads. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Working off to the cornfields, you can see the trees in the distance. The Maquoketa River is actually supposed to be on the other side of the trees within the banks. As I said, this is within the last half hour. It is now 10:45 a.m. Okay, we're back on Highway 61. We're about halfway between Maquoketa and Hurstville. I am looking towards Hurstville. Okay, pointing north on 61, you can see Clark's Auto Garage. And now we're looking at the cornfield. And this is the culvert that goes underneath the road. Alright, goes over to the other side here. Up yonder is where the Maquoketa River comes, and it follows that line of trees down towards the bridge on Highway 61. Now, last year this flooded as well, but it wasn't quite this bad. The river is actually taking a main course of going through the culvert here, in addition to going under the bridge. And as soon as we get a clear path to go across the road, we've got all kinds of people traveling on the road to get a sight of things before they close down this road. We just got out of Hurstville, and as bad as the flooding is there, I foresee this road getting closed down very fast. Very soon. Alright, guys. Here we can see the water coming out of the culvert. Now, as you can see that, the water is actually above the top of the culvert drain. And that's a pretty good sized culvert. I can walk through that thing, and all I gotta do is bend my head down a little bit so I'm not popping my head up. That's how high the water is through here. Okay? And over there, we can see the rest of the Maquoketa River in the background. We'll look back up towards the bridge, okay? Follow it down, and you can see where the Maquoketa River should be in the background and where it extends to. That line of trees over yonder, that's actually field. You can see a little bit of corn. I don't know if I can zoom in with this thing here. The picture doesn't get so good. Alright. Now we're going to go up and take a look near the bridge. Like I said, the river is expected to rise about another 2 feet by tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm up on top of the levee, the Maquoketa River in Maquoketa, looking at what used to be the Maquoketa Bottling Works, for people who are old enough to see this. Okay, we got pan down here, you'll be able to see the bridge that goes over the river, and in the distance it looks like a gravel road. That's actually a bike path, a walking path. Okay, it's all submerged. Look at a tree coming down the river, honey.
See that?
Yeah. I think there's just enough room under the bridge for those things to get under right now. You look up at some of the new housing. As you see, we got some sandbags around that. Let me see if I can zoom in and have a good, decent picture quality. No, I don't. I need a camcorder instead. Here's a decent zoom in. You can see they got sandbags around the homes. Those are brand new houses built in the last few years. And you can see where the river used to be at the banks. And the current's moving pretty darn swift. And that tree. I don't know if that's going to make it under that bridge or not. Look down towards the bridge, there might only be maybe 2 feet of room. You can see the old pillars are where the old bridge used to be at. Okay.
No, I didn't.